Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Murmuhu. The question was, can't we realize God without complete renunciation? We have gone through, after a paragraph, Sri Ramakrishna is telling, I tell you the truth, there is nothing wrong in your being in the world, but you must direct your mind towards God, otherwise you will not succeed. Do your duty with one hand and with the other hold on to God. After duty is over, you will hold on to God with both hands. This is an important instruction for all, whether monastic or householder. Whoever is there in whatever state, whatever profession or duties of life, each has to finally give oneself entirely, unconditionally to the divine, one life or other. Till then, we can't wait. We have to activate our process of returning back to Source. So Sri Ramakrishna is telling, do the two things together. You have duties of the life, do the duties, but never miss the grip on God. With one hand, you do your duties, with the other hand, hold firmly the feet of God. Constant, unbroken remembrance. If you have attained the unbroken remembrance of God, I think at least more than 60% of your sadhana is over. Constant awareness of God. Inner awareness. We are at all times, since birth, we are aware of the world. Hardly we are aware of God. God's awareness has not come. Sometimes mind goes, thinks and comes away. But God to become a part of my awareness. Awareness is prajna, the no man land between Jada and Chaitanya. As we go inward, we have our bodily existence. After that, the pranic existence, that is the energy level. Then we have the senses, then the mind, then the intellect. All these layers belong to Prakriti, nature, Prakriti. Beyond is the Chaitanya, pure spirit consciousness. The touch of consciousness makes everything work and act. Life is expression of consciousness or spirit through matter. Where there is expression of consciousness or expression of spirit through matter, there is life. Till now, though we have done great advancement in science and technology, in medical field, till now the medical field has not explained what is life. Life has never been explained scientifically. Where there is metabolism, where there is self-repair, reproductive process, all this from science we infer there is a life. Life is inferred from the science it exhibits, but life itself is not expressed. What is life? Life is expression of consciousness through matter. Spirit is expressing through matter, Chaitanya and Jada. So we have two existences, our spiritual existence and bodily existence. Bodily existence, we have three bodies, gross, subtle and causal. And when we pervade all the three, we are in waking state. When we pervade two, causal and the subtle, we are in dream state. When we leave the subtle also, be in the causal state, causal body, then I am in deep sleep. Jagrat, Swapna, Sushupti. Beyond that is my spiritual existence. Now, between the spiritual existence and bodily existence, the entire bodily existence from intellect to the physical body, all these layers and spirit, between the spirit and matter, there is no man's land. It is called prajna or awareness. Awareness and consciousness should not be confused. Consciousness is pure Shuddha Chaitanya, Chaitanya spirit. Awareness is expression of consciousness. It is an active state. I am aware. It is an active state of consciousness where light of consciousness is more prominent than the existential aspect of consciousness. Chaitanya has existence. It exists. It alone exists. Chaitanya is existence. It has expression. Existence and expression. The consciousness expresses as awareness in it through the bodily existence. So we have the bodily existence, spiritual existence, and there is awareness. When my japa enters from mind to awareness, I become aware of my japa. When anything spiritual entering into awareness that is in prajna will never get erased again. All other worldly things get superimposed upon the awareness. All can get superimposed. It cannot enter inside. Now my child is in hospital. My father is in hospital. Or some accident has taken place somewhere. I am constantly aware of it, but this is worldly awareness. It cannot enter inside the prajna. It remains over the prajna like dust over the mirror. It can be cleaned and wiped away. One thing, and it never remains permanently. So this, whereas spiritual, anything spiritual can enter inside the awareness and remain as a part of inner being. So when you are doing japa, if you do lovingly, feeling the living presence of God constantly, as much as possible, then slowly it enters into your awareness. You remain aware of your mantra. Once the mantra enters into awareness, it becomes a part of your awareness, then japa becomes ajapa japa, constant. You need not do the japa. Japa is springing up from within. So this springing up from within is what is expected. So anything that enters into, now Sri Ramakrishna is telling, hold on to God with one hand and with the other hand go on doing your duties of life. Now holding on to God and doing with one hand, with another hand, never to leave. One hand do the duties, Other hand, hold on to God. Other hand, hold on to God means what? You can't leave. And when can't you leave? Only when it enters into awareness. If anything in the mind, next moment the mind moves anywhere, it drops off. Any serious matter also. If the mind is shifted to somewhere, now I am doing japa, some thought comes, it has got missed. I am doing some work, if mind gets off, it goes off. Any deep thinking also, you will miss if the mind enters into some other thought. The thought, from thought to thought, when mind shifts, or thought changes in mind, the earlier thought disappears. So, but when it is, so if God is there in mind, it will get, the mind, if you, the moment you turn your mind to something else, it will get erased. It drops away. But if it is there in awareness alone, it will be unbroken thought of divine. God's awareness will be there constantly. You are sleeping, you sleep with divine awareness, wake up with divine awareness, do all activities with divine awareness, if and only if it has entered into a part of your awareness. This is an important thing. How to make it enter into, hold on to God with one hand. How will you hold on to God with one hand? Unbroken. Because all the time we are doing some work. We are engaged in work, mentally, physically, at all times. As long as I am awake, so long I am working, in some way or other. Even simply sitting and thinking also is a work. So, work non-stop is going on. Means non-stop holding is necessary. Unbroken thought of divine is necessary. And that can be formed. How do you form? When heart touches. Heart must hold on. Heart is unrelated to the world and creation. It is the expression of Atman. If you can love God, somehow love God, lovingly do the japa, with feeling the living presence of God with you, it will immediately, within a few months you see that japa is coming. Can you love God really? Can you feel His living presence? Can you love like a mother loving the child? Then it immediately enters. So only thing that can arrest God and hold on is love alone. Here mind doesn't interfere. Intellect doesn't interfere in love. All fail there. Anybody loving anybody, the buddhi, jnana, everything goes away. Mind goes away. So love is such a thing which can hold on independent of all other layers of our existence, because it is the innermost core expressing itself. So what Sri Ramakrishna is telling, we would do with one hand God, means love God intimately. Hold on to Him, so that, how do you hold on? With your heart, not with mind. Mind is fickle, every moment is changing. Sankalpa vikalpatmakam manas. Nischayatmika buddhi. Buddhi is nischayatmika, yet it is under the manas, is under the sway of vasanas. Mind is under the sway of vasanas always. Vasana doesn't catch anything in your system. it directly catches mind. It doesn't catch senses. Senses receive only information of the external. I am seeing, I am hearing. It is receiving. That's all. Mind is who receives it. Behind all senses, there is the mind. Mind is common factor of all senses. Jnanendriya, individually from Pancha Mahabhutas, Pancha Tanmatras, individually Sattvamsha becomes Pancha Jnanendriya. Collectively, they become Buddhi, Manas. Buddhi, Manas. So, it stands behind the senses receiving. And this mind is under the sway of Vasana. And on the other side, you will see not only Vasana, the mind is under the care of intellect. Intellect has a motherly feelings towards mind, though it is independent of mind. Intellect is buddhi. Buddhi is nischayatmika. It can decide and do work independent of mind, but always has motherly feeling towards mind. Whatever mind asks for, buddhi tries to get it done. I want masala dosa, immediately the buddhi will see that how to make, where to get, everything. It will plan and give. Till viveka interferes. When viveka interferes, it separates the mind from intellect. It allows the mind to be under the sway of, be whatever you are, I have to, now I am separate from you. And as it starts turning inward, buddhi turning inward, and start moving towards the Atman, towards God, the mind slowly follows the intellect. And at one stage, mind merges in buddhi, intellect, before you enter into the deeper aspects of meditation. Meditation is inward journey. Inward journey, we are turning ourselves inward. The ego associated with intellect is who moves inside. My intellect, my buddhi, it wants to meditate. Who is there with buddhi is ego. I want to meditate. So buddhi and ego, they go together, turning inward journey. Mind follows. Though mind is a unique thing in us, it can do and undo so many things. And it is the cause of all that we attain or lose in our life. Mind. So hold on to God with one hand means how deep concept you see. When you start practicing, actually, you start coming to know one by one secret. How shall I do? How shall I do this? Thakur has told this to be done, but how shall I do? What should I do? It is all a question of mind. Thakur is continuing. It is all a question of mind. Bondage and liberation are of the mind alone. Mukti and bandhana belong to mind. The mind will take the color you dye it with. Whatever color you dip, that color it takes. It is like white clothes just returned from laundry. If you dip in red dye, it will be red. If you dip in blue or green, they will be blue or green. They will take only the color you dip in. Whatever it may be, have not you noticed that if you read a little English, you will at once begin to utter English words. Foot it mit. Then put on boots and whistle a tune, and so on. It all goes together. How the mind works. Whatever color you give it, it takes. Mind, mind is an important part in our existence. Mind is what rushes forward to acquire things. That's why vasanas, tendencies, old tendencies, catch hold of mind alone. It cannot catch hold of buddhi because it is decisive faculty in us. Mind is sankalpa vikalpatmikam, means pros and cons. Shall I do this or that? Not definite. Some far off something is moving, whether cow or man, mind is working. It is cow, not man. Buddhi is working, decisive. So here, mind is, there is actually, when you analyze, when you try to turn inward and go, it is mind alone which is helping, because the whole of memory of this life, the entire life memory is in the possession of mind. Mind possesses the entire. It, on the basis of my past experiences, I analyze and start moving, always. Suppose somebody says, you prepare certain things like this. To do that, I take all the experience of the past. You see, somebody is doing this, designing. Now, everything, I am asked to design a particular thing. Everything is done from the past memories. How to bring, where to bring the material, how to arrange. Everything is from past memory. Similarly, in spiritual life also, but past memory doesn't help us because it is not spiritual, we are not accustomed. So, what backs us, from where do you get? Satsanga. Thakur says 4 things will awaken the divine love. Singing the names and glories of God, now and then entering into ekanta, then satsanga and intense prayer. These 4 will awaken the love. So, in satsanga, holy company, if you are not able to get holy company, it's the rarest thing in the world that you can get a right person who need not have realized God, but is advanced in spiritual life. He is able to give right understanding at least. He may not be able to show, he may not be able to show the light, he may not be able to specify, follow this, but he can give you some information. Do like this, I have been doing like this. I have attained this. That much is sufficient. If that is not there, it won't be satsanga. People gathering together and discussing, all ignorant people, if they are, they'll be exchanging their ignorance, not wisdom. Like hospital without doctor. His cough will go to another person, another person's fever will come to him. They are together. Ignorance, sharing the ignorance. No. One person is sufficient. Small light. Sunlight may not be there, but one small lamp is sufficient to give the need. So when this is not available, satsanga, next is to hold on to Shastra, scriptures, and any article or thing written by a realized soul, whom the well-known people, this Loka Agrima, those who foreigners in the world, great people have recognized someone as great. Now Sri Ramakrishna, who told his incarnation, is one who is realized God in various aspects. Bhairavi Brahmani proves. Before that, many people who have realized God used to come and bow down and go away. Oh, Lord has come. I have come to see you, my Lord. When Girish and other people used to say, is incarnation of God, incarnation of God, Sri Ramakrishna says, oh, these people don't know what is God or what is incarnation. These people are telling, I am incarnation of God. Before this, much before these people came, there were realized souls who came and told and went. So that realized soul recognize, oh, this is the incarnation of God, not ordinary people. An elephant alone can know elephant strength. Ant can never know elephant strength. So this is what we see, that we need some guidance somewhere. From realized souls we get Santa Vani, or directions given by them, scriptures, standard scriptures, Vedas, Upanishads. They were not available to all people at all times, especially in Hinduism. All were hidden and were in the hands of few. With the Thakur's coming and Swamiji's presentation, it reached everybody is eligible. Come and take and go. And it was freely distributed to everyone. It became the property of all. And especially Vedanta, Vivekananda dislodges it from the grip of the Hinduism and presents it as an independent discipline, unrelated to religions, including Hinduism. It is a jnana. It has nothing to do with religious sentiments at all. It is beyond all dualities. This he gives to the world. So as we go on, the simple word of Sri Ramakrishna, hold on to God with one hand, with either you do your duties, means every moment you must be consciously working. Oh, have I left God? Have I left God? What is my other hand doing? I am doing work. Have I forgotten God? If you don't forget God during activities, and activities do not come to you during meditation, you sit for meditation, no other thought comes. And when you are working, you will never forget God. Then your clock is working properly. Otherwise, somewhere, some mistake. You must see that you are always protect yourself, that I don't forget God. Let me not forget God. Let me not forget. How not to forget God? Must be the only watchword of your mind all the time. Oh, I should not forget God. I should not. How not to forget God? What shall I do? Hold on to what? So slowly you will get the intuitive understanding from within. Because nature and God are eager to give the knowledge. You have to prove that I want it. How do you prove? Your sincere efforts. The moment you start your sincere sadhana, help comes from all corners, especially from the nature, as an intuitive understanding. Oh, this will definitely lead to me. God, I can reach with this. This is what I was searching. So this understanding, it comes spontaneously from within. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.